My son, after 25 years, was going to retire from the military. Being at his retirement was really important to me. To me, it was like, and when they said, we don't know if you can make that, it would have been like telling me, your daughter's getting married, but you're not going to be able to make the wedding. It was that important to me. I started to feel probably tired and my legs hurt and weak sometime in mid-March. It got to the point where I had tingling feeling in my hands and my feet, but I ended up on the bed, couldn't get comfortable, came out to the recliner and spent the night in the recliner. And when she came out, I said, I need to go back to the bedroom. Could not physically get out of the recliner, no matter what I did. When I went to the hospital, the neurologist said it appears that it's Guillain-Barré syndrome. I didn't know what Guillain-Barré was, had never heard of it, but it's a neuropathic issue. And my understanding is that the antigens in your body that would fight disease either become distorted or confused and decide, well, now they got to keep working. And they usually start to affect the nervous system furthest from the brain. So it starts in your feet and your hands and your appendages.
After the 5 treatments, which took a while, then they thought they had it under control. So they were going to transfer him to a nursing rehab. But lack of knowledge on our part was that he needed an acute location, and he was not going to an acute location. He lost ground. He started to lose breathing ability. We were losing him. We need to get him to Hershey ICU. They have the ability to do the blood washing.
Plasmapheresis, I think they call it. Once they started the plasmapheresis and I had the oxygen, my mind really started to clear. I left the ICU on the ventilator, and pretty much, I would say I was immobile. At the specialty hospital in Harrisburg, I pretty much got the understanding that I'd be lucky to be out of therapy by the end of June. To make Peter's retirement on June 7th was certainly not in the realm of what would normally happen. And when they told me I wasn't going to make my goal, that was the second time I cried. The specialty hospital in Harrisburg provided me all of the initial treatment that I needed and got me breathing properly so that I didn't need any help to breathe. Got me up on my feet so that I could go to the therapy facility at Hershey. They told me, you can expect to be here, if everything goes right, 6 to 8 weeks. I said, nope, 5. I have a goal. I got to get out of here. They got me up walking with the walker, and she said, wow, you walked 100 feet today. I didn't expect you're going to do more than about 40. I said, you know what? Give me a chance to rest. I'll do it again.
The boys sat with me and they said, Mom, we're really worried. He's pushing too hard. I said, I'm there. The therapist is there. They will make sure he doesn't do anything that hurts himself, but let him push himself. Pushing is better than sitting and doing nothing.
When I got the therapist to believe in what I was going to do, and they could see it was going to happen, and they helped me get there, that was a big turning point. I was released on a Wednesday. Thursday, we drove down to Alexandria, Virginia, and Friday, I went to the celebration that was my goal all along. Every place I went to, I can't say enough about the people who provided services. They knew what they were doing, and having done some work in teaching CNA classes and having been an Army medic and saying, the one thing you need to do is talk to the patient and tell them what you're going to do. And I found that they all did that. I just think we were privileged with the services that we found.